Hi, Matt. It's Amber Benson from Buffy, otherwise known as Tara Maclay. But you know this because we've hung out at Wales Comic Con. I love Wales Comic Con. It's always really fun, and I always really enjoy being in that part of the world. One of the times that I was there, I stayed like a few extra days and stayed in Conwy, Wales, and it was awesome. I had such a lovely time. I always love being in your neck of the woods, or in that neck of the woods. I don't know if you're English, so you're probably not on the Wales side, but maybe you are. But that whole part of the UK is just beautiful. All right, so you're wondering about my thoughts on the Taffy ship. I did not know that it was called Taffy. That is amazing. I love it. So good. All right. What do I think both women could have done for the other's character growth that we didn't necessarily see in canon? All right. Well, I think one of the things that was so lovely about the Tara and Buffy friendship, which, who knows, could have blossomed to something else if things had gone differently. But I think what was so important in that relationship is that Tara felt supported by the Scooby Gang, and that was led by Buffy. And so Buffy sort of gave Tara that stability and that feeling of belonging in her found family. Whereas I think, because Tara was new to the Scooby Gang, she had a different perspective on who Buffy was. She wasn't so tied into a past relationship with Buffy, or I have a need from Buffy because we've been friends forever, or I loved Buffy, kind of like Xan, that whole thing. So I think what was great for Buffy was that Tara was able to sort of see her kind of how she truly was, and not with the baggage of history. And I think that's really important. When someone sees you in a different kind of way, it makes you feel understood. And as a wonderfully skilled writer, oh, thank you very much, Matt. I mean, when Christopher Golden and I were working on Slayers, a Buffyverse tale for Audible, we did a lot of thinking about if we did a second season of the show, what would that look like for Tara? And I think something we were really interested in was giving Tara a partner who they would have a real relationship that would stand the test of time. And we never thought in terms of that partner being Buffy, but when you said that, what my what if would be, I was that could be really interesting. It's a bummer we don't get to do a second season, but if we had, I would have totally pitched, been hey, we should talk about Buffy and Tara, and that is a relationship, the Taffy relationship. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. That name is fabulous. I don't know why, it just gets me right in the good spot here in my heart. But I think that could be really interesting, seeing Tara and Buffy together, and sort of, oh man, then I started thinking about what the fallout would be with Willow, because Tara was sort of her big love, or and Willow was sort of Tara's big love. How would Buffy be able to navigate being friends with Willow, and would Tara and Willow still be friends? Oh my gosh, there is so much to mine in there. It's kind of amazing. Yeah, now you're giving me lots of thoughts. I'd be very curious. I hear tale that they might be rebooting Buffy or doing another version of it. And I wonder if they would give the Slayer, if it was Buffy or another Slayer, that sort of relationship, that the Taffy sort of a Tara and Buffy-esque relationship. That could be really, really cool. Well, thank you for taking me down this path. Now I have lots of interesting thoughts in my head, and I will forever be grateful to you for cluing me in on the Taffy, Tara, Buffy little relationship. I just love it. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening, day, whenever you get this, and hopefully I will see you again at Wales Comic Con. All right. Bye, Matt.